5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start. Weather is changing throughout the world in noticeable and impactful ways. Around the globe, people are experiencing shifts in climate patterns that are not only unexpected but also increasingly extreme. From prolonged droughts to unprecedented floods, from intense heat waves to unseasonal snowstorms, the signs of changing weather are becoming more evident with each passing year. These transformations are affecting not only natural ecosystems but also human societies, economies, and ways of life. In the past, weather patterns used to follow more predictable cycles. Seasons arrived on time, and although occasional anomalies occurred, they were considered rare events. However, recent observations have shown that these anomalies are becoming more frequent. For instance, places that traditionally experienced mild summers are now facing scorching temperatures. Winters are becoming warmer in some regions, while others are encountering unexpected cold spells. Rainfall is becoming more erratic, sometimes failing to arrive when expected and other times falling in volumes that lead to devastating floods. One of the key drivers of this change in weather is the gradual warming of the Earth's atmosphere. This phenomenon, commonly referred to as global warming, is linked to the increased concentration of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. These gases trap heat from the sun, leading to a rise in global temperatures. As a result, ice caps in polar regions are melting at alarming rates, contributing to rising sea levels. Oceans are warming, affecting marine life and altering ocean currents that play a critical role in regulating the Earth's climate. The consequences of changing weather are far-reaching. In many agricultural regions, farmers are struggling to predict the right time to plant and harvest crops. Crops are failing due to either too much or too little rain or because of unexpected frosts. This affects food security and leads to economic hardship, especially in communities that rely heavily on farming for their livelihood. In some parts of the world, changing weather patterns have led to the spread of pests and diseases that were previously confined to specific climates. These pests damage crops and pose a threat to human and animal health. Water availability is another concern linked to changing weather. In regions that depend on snowfall for their water supply, warmer winters mean less snow accumulation. This leads to reduced water flow in rivers during the spring and summer months when water is most needed. At the same time, areas that are already arid are becoming drier, while regions that are usually wet are receiving even more rainfall. This imbalance in water distribution can lead to conflicts over water resources as well as environmental degradation. Human health is also being affected by the changing weather. Heat waves are becoming more intense and lasting longer, increasing the risk of heat-related illnesses and deaths. Respiratory problems are worsening due to higher levels of air pollution, which is exacerbated by hot and dry conditions. Flooding can lead to the spread of waterborne diseases, especially in areas with poor sanitation. Changing climates can also impact mental health, as people deal with the stress and uncertainty caused by frequent natural disasters and environmental changes. Another serious impact of changing weather is the increase in the frequency and intensity of extreme weather events. Hurricanes, typhoons, and cyclones are becoming stronger, with higher wind speeds and more rainfall. These storms cause widespread destruction, displacing communities and causing billions in damages. Wildfires are also on the rise, fueled by dry conditions and high temperatures. These fires destroy forests, homes, and wildlife habitats, and the smoke from these fires can travel great distances, affecting air quality in regions far from the flames. Coastal communities are facing particular risks due to rising sea levels. As the ocean encroaches on land, people are being forced to relocate. Saltwater intrusion into freshwater supplies makes it difficult to grow crops and obtain drinking water. The loss of coastal land affects tourism, fishing, and other industries that support local economies. Small island nations are especially vulnerable, with some facing the possibility of becoming uninhabitable in the coming decades. Biodiversity is suffering as well. Animals and plants that are adapted to specific climates are struggling to survive as those climates shift. Some species are migrating to cooler areas, while others are unable to move or adapt quickly enough. Coral reefs, which are among the most diverse ecosystems on Earth, are dying due to ocean warming and acidification. The loss of biodiversity not only harms the natural world but also affects humans who depend on ecosystems for food, medicine, and clean air and water. The changing weather is a global issue that requires international cooperation. No single country can address the problem alone. Efforts must be made to reduce emissions of greenhouse gases, invest in renewable energy, and promote sustainable land and water use. Governments, businesses, and individuals all have a role to play. Education and awareness are also crucial, as people need to understand how their actions contribute to climate change and what steps they can take to reduce their impact. Adaptation is equally important. Communities must be prepared for the changes that are already underway. This includes building infrastructure that can withstand extreme weather, creating early warning systems for natural disasters, and planning for population movements caused by rising sea levels. Investment in research and technology can help develop new ways to cope with the challenges of a changing climate. Although the situation is serious, there is still hope. Across the world, people are working together to find solutions. Cities are becoming greener, with more public transportation and energy-efficient buildings. Scientists are developing new energy sources that do not harm the environment. Youth movements are demanding stronger action from leaders, and public pressure is pushing governments to take more decisive steps. Addressing this issue will require determination, cooperation, and innovation. While the task is great, the opportunity to create a more sustainable and resilient future is within reach. By acting now, humanity can reduce the damage and build a world where both people and nature can thrive. Stop.